Gerald from ChannelAndroid.com here, and today I have a treat for you. The fine folks over at PhotoJojo.com have sent us a few sample units of their new telephoto lens, as well as their fisheye lens, and their wide-angle and macro lenses. The telephoto lens could be had for about $20 on the website. The wide-angle macro lens also for $20. Keep in mind, these are actually two lenses combined into one. I'll show you that a little bit more later. And the fisheye lens for $25. All of these could be had in one bundle for $49.99, which I think is actually a really good price. We'll be actually raffling off these within the next couple of days on the blog, so keep an eye out for that. A couple things to note for all these lenses. They all come with a lens cover, as you can see here, and a lanyard. I only have one lanyard here, but each one does come with its own individual lanyard. They all attach to your cell phone using this little circle magnet. And as you can see on the back, there's a little adhesive strip that just sticks to your phone. As you can see here. If these come with two per lens, so that means if you get all three lenses, you wind up with 6 of these guys, and they are pretty handy. So having the extra ones will work out pretty well. I noticed, though, it does work best if you have a cover to put on your phone to stick this to, because as you can see, this sticks directly to the camera. And some people might not want that, especially for Droid 3 users. I don't know if you can really see, but if I were to take off this back battery cover, it would rip off the circular magnet. And not only that, but it also sticks out a little bit, as you can see. I was a little concerned about this at first. I thought I was for sure going to scratch pretty much every piece of furniture that I put this on. But after about a week or so of using it, it hasn't scratched anything. So that's pretty good. As I said, the adhesive attaches to this, to your camera. And then the lens itself just attaches right to the phone. And these magnets are really strong, and it does a good job of keeping it on there. So let's take a closer look at each lens. First, we'll look at the telephoto lens.
The telephoto lens is probably my favorite of all the lenses. I've always wished that cell phones could come with some type of optical zoom, but obviously because of space restraints, you can't do that. So as you can see, while I'm moving this lens up to the phone, you can see how much it's actually magnifying the picture. What's the best thing about this is you're magnifying it without losing any quality, whereas with a digital zoom, you lose a lot of quality, which I'll show in a second. So this is the picture with the telescopic lens on. It's magnifying it by about 2 times, and you can see I still have all the detail. Now let's take this back off. You see how far it jumps back. And now I'm going to use the digital zoom to simulate what it would look like with a digital zoom. And as you could already start seeing, as I zoom in, the picture gets all pixelated. It's really just blowing up the picture digitally, whereas with the telescopic lens, it will magnify it through the glass.
Next, we'll take a look at the fisheye lens.
Here's the fisheye lens, and this is another cool one. This is more for the novelty effect. As you can see right now, this is what you're seeing out on my porch in my backyard. Once I throw this fisheye view on here, it gives you a nice fisheye view of what I'm looking at, and also wider angles. And here's with it taken off again. And you can see the big difference. Again, what's really nice about this is that they're using high quality glass, so you're not losing any definition in the picture. You're not losing any quality. It's just giving you a better, more of a fisheye view.
And lastly is the macro and wide angle lens.
The last lens I have for you here is kind of a twofer. As you can see, this is one lens, but if you look closely, there are 2 different lenses built in. Let's get that to focus. The 2 different lenses that are built in. As you can see, one is a wide angle and one's a macro lens. They screw apart to give you the 2 difference. So the first one is the wide angle lens, and this gives you exactly what it sounds like. It gives you a wide angle view of what I'm looking at. It almost works the way that the fisheye lens looks, but not as much of a rounded view to it. So give you a comparison. Here's it with it on, and now here's it off. You can see you're seeing more of the sides, more of a wide angle view. What's really cool about this is, like I said, it comes into 2 different pieces, the macro and the wide angle. So let's put the wide angle down for a second, and let's focus just at the macro lens. Now the macro lens, this is really what's cool, and this will get you some really nice pictures. So as you see when I first put it on, you're not going to see anything but fuzziness. But as I get closer, and closer to the cigar, you'll start getting a nice view, nice up-close view of the leaf. There are the ashes. I probably shouldn't be this close. Probably give you a nice look at the band. Let's take that off, and you can see the difference.
In the end, I love these lenses. I was highly optimistic about these lenses, and they delivered. They seem to be quality made and very functional. Obviously, if your cell phone's camera sucks to begin with, this won't help. But if you take a lot of pictures already from your cell phone, you'll find these lenses a must-have. For ChannelAndroid.com, I'm Gerald Bovey, and this is our review of the PhotoJojo.com suite of lenses for your cell phone.